YouTubers, Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel. I got a really troubled story here for the Vancouver housing market. I had to calm myself down a bit before I started this video after reading this article. I'll leave a link below for you guys to read. Chinese real estate billionaire says Vancouver customers troubled by BC tax. What Vancouver customers? Get it right. Foreigners, foreign investors. Montreal. One of China's top real estate Mongols says his customers are troubled by British Columbia's tax on foreign purchasing homes in Vancouver and intends to raise the matters with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. One message to Justin Trudeau: if you meet with this guy, it's high treason. You're going against your people. You can meet with whoever you want, but when you meet with foreign business interests that are stealing Canadians' futures, so all these units are all sold. We can't even afford to buy anything. Sold to Canadians, selling out Canadians' futures. That's high treason. It's going against everything Canada stands for. But you can meet with him to tell him, sorry man, there's no debate here. There's nothing I can do for you. But meeting with him to resolve something, it's awful. Frank Wu, Vice President of China's Real Estate Industry Association, said Chinese investors have told him that the 15% tax is discouraging him from buying property in the city. Yeah, that's what it's for. It's to protect the Canadian interests, the Canadian future interests. Do you understand? Unless employers are going to start paying their employees more money to offset the trend of how housing is just skyrocketing. It's not going to happen, right? Right. It will impact their willingness to invest in Vancouver. We don't want you to invest in Vancouver, Wu said Monday in an interview with the Chinese press. Of course, but we don't want you to invest because it's only flipping houses and laundering money. Wu, who is a chairman of the Central China Real Estate Lot, is part of Chinese delegation of billionaires touring Canada this week who want to strengthen the economy ties between the two countries. He said in plans to discuss with tax with Trudeau. The group is to stop in Ottawa on Tuesday. Really? How are they going to strengthen? Okay, they're going to strengthen ties because people could park their money here. And then when they park their money, they could get it out of China. Because China is going through a financial a bubble, it's going through a crisis. So they want other countries to park their money in. But who pays for it? We do, the youth. I'm not young, but the Canadians pay for it. The Canadians pay for this park money. And the rich get richer. But the rich not the rich getting richer, is the millionaires become billionaires and the poor gets poorer. There's no more middle class here, by the way. The BC government implemented the tax in August, an effort to curb housing prices that made Vancouver one of the hottest real estate markets in the world. That came 2 months after the Bank of Canada warned that foreign demand contributed to the price of Vancouver's housing as well as Toronto. No way! What, they put this 15% on for foreign buyers? The housing market just cooled down. No way! Wow! Did you see that? I guess it was foreign. I guess it was foreign investors. People. But they said, you know what? If it's not foreign investors and we're picking on the foreigners, put the tax on. You put the tax on, nothing selling. What does that tell you? Wu said that he understands the provincial government's motivation. He hopes that the tax will be changed. A spokeswoman later said Wu is calling for the tax to be eliminated, but said it would be more targeted. She said, not elaborate. She said not elaborate, whatever. Wu said the tax prompt many Chinese investors to look to other parts of Canada, including Toronto, Montreal, along with English-speaking countries as the United States, Australia, and Britain. So it's going to you guys too, down in the U.S. So your $90,000 Florida home, dream home, with the pool, 3-bedroom, is going to be worth $2-3 million in a few years. Watch. BC's Ministry of Finance said that more than $2.3 billion in foreign investments flowed into provincial properties between June 10th and August 1st, the period before the tax's introduction. $2.3 billion of foreign. Where's the Canadian money? Where's all the Canadians spending the money on this? While investment outside of Canada is one factor driving prices to increase, it's represented an additional source of pressure on the market struggling to supply enough new homes. It said in an email statement. Yeah, building more condos for foreign people, for investors. They're building condos for investors. They're ruining my transmission here. See? They always find ways to ruin things, eh? The additional property transfer tax no way changes our belief in strong ties with jurisdictions around the world to benefit British Columbia. This is not benefiting British Columbia. Do you understand? The youth is leaving. The Canadian brain drain. I know I have a doctor that left to Winnipeg like last week. I helped him pack his truck. Everybody's leaving. The youth, the specialized, who's going to come and work those positions? And they can't even afford to pay rent. Even after we took the great effect. Yeah, turn on that saw louder. Yeah, turn that up louder. Good. Get those condos ready. Even after he took effect in prices, Vancouver had continued to rise. Roy LePage said last week, sure it did, whatever, that the average house price in Greater Vancouver soared to $1.19 million in 3-month period ended September 30th, up to $914,000 the same quarter last year. But the real estate's board reported falling houses over the same time frame. In September, the number of homes plunged 32.6% compared to the same time last year. That came after monthly declines of 26% in August 19th, 19% in July. So, you see how this is affecting the Canadians altogether. Like, I'm getting out there. I want everyone else to go out and film, make videos, and get out there and make yourself vocal because the Canadians need to have a future. If Canadians leave Canada, it's over. Canada's finished. Canada's going to be known as, in the future, will be known as one of the greatest places to live. Back in the day. And I was talking to my neighbor the other day. It's like back in the day here in Canada, back in the early 80s and early 80s to early 90s, up to 93, 94. Canada was a great place to live. It's a great place. I love the country. But Canada, back in the time, all you had to do is work and you get everything you wanted. Basically, all you had to do is put your mind to it. Now, I see families struggling. I see middle class disappearing. You know, I'm not trying to voice complaints. I'm just trying to ask the right questions so that we can get the right answer to us. So if we're not picking on foreigners and they're saying that foreign investors have nothing to do with this housing bubble, leave the tax on. It's not racist. It is what it is. They're saying it's not. Stop picking on the foreign investors. Fine. Leave the tax on there. It's not bothering nobody. And it's not the foreign investors, according to the reports in Canada. Anyways, guys, get this video out there. Make it go viral. And Justin Trudeau, I love you, man. You work hard. You're doing the best for what you can to work with. There's a lot of, I know there's a lot of bureaucracy going on. There's lots. I know your hands are tied with a lot of things, and there's so much more you want to do. And I know it's tough. I know. Believe me. Anyways, I just hope, we can bring Canada back to where it was back in the 80s. I'll be really happy. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Get this video out there. Let it go viral. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, guys. Bye.